Hi, I'm Kimberly Garner, and this is day 48 of Fundamentals for Flourishing. And I want to speak more to desire because it's a really big deal. How can we flourish if we're not tapping into our desire? And so when we make the choice to follow our desire and follow what feels good and take this path in whatever way, like it doesn't mean you have to quit your day job. It doesn't mean you have to quit your relationships. It just means you're tuning in to you and what feels good and what you want, which is a really great thing. And one of the things that's going to happen on this process is it requires us to trust life and to trust what comes. Because a lot of times when we choose to follow our desire, we don't have all the answers. And that's part of the beauty of it is when you follow your desire, you're trusting life to guide the path, to show the way, even if you can't see what's straight in front of you, because you're so aligned with your inner knowing, you know that the path will unfold in its right time. And so we trust what comes. And I'm one who didn't trust life for a really long time. And I was in charge of controlling my outcome. I was in charge and I didn't trust anyone else. I had to do life on my own, which was my fallacy. And so once you follow the path of your inner knowing and you relax into the ease of life and what feels good, life is going to guide us. And life is going to present us with things that don't necessarily feel good. And so when that happens, we want to recognize that we're still on our path. And even though this is uncomfortable, life is taking care of us. And sometimes things need to break. Things need to relax off of our path. And sometimes life knows best, which is great because that means we don't have to be in charge of everything. But there is a bit of a surrender that is required of us when we're sort of courting this process of our own evolving with life. So when you're following your desires, when you're following what feels good, and there's some bumps and there's some turbulence and there's trials and tribulations, relax into it and trust that life has your back. Because what happens is if we identify it with as life happening to us, and if we make ourselves a victim to it, we're cutting ourselves off from the natural unfolding. And so we never, ever, 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 ever want to make ourselves a victim of life, because that's where we lose our power. When we experience life or name life as happening to us, or someone did this to us, if we're a victim of something or circumstance, we lose our power. But in that moment of discomfort, in that moment of not liking where we are one bit, if we can, sort of turn our wrists up and trust that this, although uncomfortable, this is happening for our highest good. Like, one of the things I say is, if it's gonna be uncomfortable, will you please make it fast? Like, if it's gonna hurt, just pull off that Band-Aid quickly. Because the truth of the matter is, we spent our whole life molding ourselves. And this goes to survival mode. But one aspect of survival mode is love and belonging. We must, in order to survive in a physical, emotional, and mental way, we need to feel like we are loved and we belong. And so along the way, often what happens is we create the identity and the persona that gives us the most love and belonging. And so don't be surprised when you follow the path of your desire. You're not gauging your success, or what's another word? You're not gauging it based on external forces. You're gauging it based on how you feel. And so expect that life is going to shine a light on things in your life that aren't working, that aren't supporting your highest good. And it's going to be uncomfortable because these are things that we've grown accustomed to and we've sought and found safety and security in. So just know that when you follow the path of your desire, when you're following your inner knowing, things are going to shed away. And just know, ultimately, it is for your highest good. It just might be uncomfortable along the way. I don't want to end it on that note, but I think I have to. If you have any questions or thoughts, they're more than welcome. And I guess what I want to say is, when you follow the path of your inner knowing, when you follow your desire and you're following what feels good, and you're getting really curious and aware and having intention in your own life and how you're investing your time and your energy, expect things are going to be uncomfortable. And I lost my train of thought again. I think I'm just supposed to end it on that because I keep coming up to a dead end. So have a great day. I hope that helps. Send me your comments if you like. See you tomorrow.